Hey everyone, this is Tracy and thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. I know that I've been on a hiatus, guys, but I'm just so sorry. I'm just going through what they call a blogger's block, and I just cannot think of too much of anything to do when it comes down to locks. I know that this channel is basically based on my hair, and when I started this channel it was based on like my natural hair. Now I'm locked, and it's like I really don't have too much to say or do when it comes down to locks, because locks are just so carefree to where there's really nothing to do but to maintain them, keep them clean, keep them done however way you chose to maintain your locks or style your locks or do whatever. And that's really it, and it just grows. As you can see, I will turn around so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So it's like, what does I really got to say? But I did get a question where someone had asked me about using different types of products in their hair, and is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? What's up with that? So I'm here to give. This question deserves more than just a yes or no answer. It really does. It deserves more than a yes or no answer, because if I just say yes or no, it look like the person won't be satisfied with my answer unless I just come in and get more like maybe in depth with what I mean by when I say yeah or no. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm here. So you guys care to hear this, stay tuned. But I want to thank y'all so very much for stopping in, and to all my ride or dies, I see you, love you, and I appreciate your support for your girl, okay, through these trying times when it comes down to creating content. Once again, if there's anything that you guys might want to see on this channel or want to hear me talk about, in my own opinion of what's what, and it's contained to hair or beauty or anything like that, then you can leave it in the comment section, or you can follow me on Instagram at Tracy920. I will put that there, but actually it's the same name that is on this channel. Follow me on Instagram and you can ask away. Now, the question is, what do I feel about products and using different types of products in your hair? Is it necessary or is it not? To be honest with you guys, I'm going to be straight honest with you right now. No, you do not need to use no products in your hair. If that's it. You do not have to use products in your hair. But because the market of hair products is so overflowing out there, we want to try everything. That's even including natural loose hair as well. We want to try all these different types of products to see how it's going to work for us. Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? And all that. But you got to think about them duckies that you throwing away after you realize that product don't work. And you just sitting there, it's sitting off in the arsenal somewhere. I'm not going to use this no more. You might not never find somebody who's going to use it, but you're looking at that money that you just then threw away. So I always say simple. What I call it, simple and easy. I think that's what I call it. Keep it simple and easy, because it makes it so much better when you keep it simple and easy, because you don't have to, you already know what you need to do, and it works for your hair, and it works for you, and it works for your pocketbook as well. But yes, you don't have to use products in your hair unless that's something that you want to do. Now, as far as me using products, I'm going to say, yeah, I do use products because I have to shampoo my hair. I haven't found another way of shampooing it without using products that I feel works good for me. Now, I've tried different scenarios that people said, but I still wind it up going back to that shampoo, okay? And that's Locks and Loose Natural, all right? Okay, so basically what I do use in my hair is very minimum products. Shampooing is number one. Every now and then I'll do myself a braid out. And if I'm, I even did a pipe cleaner set before. And I'll try to link that video where you can check those beautiful curls out that I had. But yes, I use products in my hair to get that set the way it was. But really, deep down inside, guys, I really didn't need to use no products to do that. I really didn't. Okay, so basically the products that I really use, like I said, is really shampooing, probably a mousse or two, far as like if I want a deep set, and maybe an oil every now and then. Now, oils can change up because you don't want to be so going crazy with them either, because products, oils causes buildup in locks. You got to keep in mind that your hair is, if your hair is locked, it's not being combed, it's not really being brushed all the way through. You know, you can't brush this all the way through and you getting into each one of those strands. Why? Because it's locked up. It's, you know, it's locked. You can't do nothing with that. So it's like that product would just be sitting on top of that lock, or until it either dissolves or decides to break down and just be a yucky mess. Reason why I say break down and be a yucky mess, I have witnessed this as far as like certain conditioners. I can't remember now what conditioner this was, but this was when I was a loose natural, and I called myself moisturizing my hair and conditioning. I think I did like it was wash day, I think, if I make no mistake. And I had these, you know, like little bands which you put in your hair to hold ponytails with, not the ones with the little silver thing on it, but just the regular little bands, not rubber bands, but the elastic cloth ones, like. And I used that to hold my hair while I did whatever it was I did. And once I was done with that band, instead of me rinsing that product off of it or out of the band, it stayed there, okay? And what happened was the product just built up inside of that band to where it caused a build up gooky mess. It was like when I put my hands on the band like this to use it again, it was like this stuff was all around my hands. It was just as gummy and sticky. Have anybody experienced that? So, okay, if you have experienced that with the hair tie or elastic band, just imagine that being in your hair and your hair is locked. I had the hardest time actually getting that stuff off of my hands. I washed and washed and washed and washed, washed and washed and washed and washed, and I still could feel that sticky residue on my hands. I really had to literally go get some bleach, y'all, and pour into some dishwater or something, and just kept washing my hands until I didn't feel that no more. But just think, this was my hands I'm talking about. Just think about what that would be doing in your hair with locks. That stuff will be a problem to get out. And just think, the more you're using it, the more it's getting built up inside of your hair, to where, like I said, no, you do not need products to do your hair. Now, when it comes down to shampooing and everything, that's a total different story. You know, until you can find a method to where you don't need shampoo, then hey, by all means, you gotta do what you gotta do. Just make sure you rinses it out real good. Not then shampoo can cause a buildup as well, because it's not being rinsed out thoroughly. But as far as me, that's really all I pretty much use. And the shampoo I use when I do call myself to clarify, I still like my Suave Daily Clarifying Shampoo. This is my, as they call, go-to. This is my go-to when it comes down to clarifying or just making sure my hair is clean. I try to shampoo my hair at least twice every 2 weeks, or sometimes I might let it go for a month. It all depends. I believe I've stated in videos before, I let my hair tell me what to do. So when it's really time to when it's time to wash it, then I know what I need to do, okay? And I go for this. All right, and another thing, when I was talking about far as like a moisturizing shampoo, it's always good after you clarify your hair to go back in with a moisturizing shampoo. And this is the one so far that I've been using. Yeah, I got it turned upside down because, as you can see, your girl need another bottle, and this all what she got left. But this is the name of this. This is the Aunt Jackie's Oh So Clean. I love this shampoo as a natural, and I like it as being locked. So these are the two that I'm using as of now. Now, I always feel when it comes down to, a lot of people always talk about this moisturization of locks and all of this and that. Far as I'm concerned, drink enough water internally, okay? And also, you can spray your hair with just plain water. I just put water in this spray bottle, and that's that. Maybe put a little bit of oil or something, but basically water is in here. and I will use this to more, like to spray my hair maybe once out of a week. But after I shampoo, I really don't need to maybe moisturize and to spray water on my hair maybe to the next following week or so. So that's why I was saying, excuse me, that your shampooing is the biggest key when it comes down to moisturizing locks. You don't have to put something on your hair, like some people say, oh, I like the rose water and this. Hey, I'm not knocking nothing that nobody uses, but I'm just letting you know that you really don't have to do that as much as you think you do. Locks is a style that is not to be moisturized a lot, because if they do, they come apart, and I know you don't want that either. So all this moisturization you think locks got to have, you don't need that. It really don't. Just like I said, some water. As far as me and my locks, this is what I'm doing, and I moisturize with just plain water. Oils I typically use would be like vitamin E oil. I got to get me some more jojoba oil, that's gone. But I like the oils that is so close to the sebum that comes up out of my scalp, in which we know that that's what jojoba oil is good for. And we also know that vitamin E oil is good for your hair, skin, period. So it's, them are the basic two now that I use. Olive oil, I still use that, but I think that it kind of like leaves me with an itchy scalp. So I kind of like, when I'm noticing things that cause me discomfort, then I cuts it loose, As a matter of fact, coconut oil is good for like if you want to do like a hot oil treatment. Coconut oil is the thing for that, okay? So yeah, so then like I said, if I want to do like a braid out and I want my braids to last, the curls to last a little while longer, I will use like a setting mousse or lotion or something like that in my hair. This is the one that I have been using for a while, and I still use that as of now. I use this on my natural loose hair, and I uses this on my locks. So I just take my locks. My biggest go-to I like to do is braids, the braid outs. They quick, simple, fast, whatever you want to call it. It gets the job done. And I uses this to get the job, to do what it is I need to do. I love the way it don't flake up in my hair. At least I haven't seen any flakes. And I have left this in my hair for a while before I washed it, and I did not see any flakes. Maybe a little bit, but I don't know if that was dry skin I was looking at or the flakes. I'm not sure. This is what I use to set my hair with when I want to set my hair. And basically, guys, that is it. That's all the products that I really use. All this other extra stuff, you don't need it, because you got to keep in mind, locks, you do not comb it straight through. And by you don't do that, that product will sit there in your hair and it will be a buildup. Sometimes you might detox it. I know people talk about the detox game, which, hey, it works. But then again, if you got a serious buildup, it ain't going to just work right away. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take a lot of it to break that product down and get it out of your hair. And then locks, we know that locks attracts any and everything, okay, even down the length. A lot of the times when it's real windy, or if I'm in a situation where it's a lot of dust or something flying, that would be the time to wrap your hair up, put on a headscarf, cap, hat. It would be one of them days for real. That way you won't have to worry about a lot of dust, dirt, and debris getting into your hair and into your locks, and you can't get it out. But yeah, that's basically it when it comes down to products. Only use what you need. If you don't need it, why use it? Because I'm telling you, locks cause a nasty buildup. It'll be hard to get it out. You can end up losing your locks. You can end up losing hair because of this. So you don't want that. That's why I say less is best. Keep it simple and easy and nice and breezy. Okay, so that's really it when it comes down to products in your hair. I hope that this helps anyone who's had that same question in mind about the locks and build up and using products. I would say get the most out of your shampooing times. When you have to shampoo, get the most out of that when it comes down to moisturization. far as locks, because locks is something that you don't need to worry about moisturizing all the time. Yeah, I can understand, like if you want to do a style, put it up in a bun or something like that, you might want to spray some water to kind of like loosen the locks up to where you could put it up in your bun or ponytail or whatever it is that you're trying to wear. But that's it, guys. That's really it, and you don't need a lot of water for that. So yeah, I hope that this helps. I want to thank y'all so very much for watching. I want to wish you all a great one. So until the next, y'all, have a good day. Bye.